points in the game.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started.
Like he got something to do. That's why we can shut y'all down, folks. That's it. Dang.
And the Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
This offense starts deep in a hole. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Finds a tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Tate. It's a fumble.
What?
And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing.
Nah. I think my knee hit the ground first.
Fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football.
But guess
nice
what?
Turnover, nice hustle.
But guess what, nigga?
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play.
My knee was down.
And overturned the call. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a 1st down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Makes the grab. It's Tate. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Looking to throw again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. There he goes. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end.
Go forward. That's right.
Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Joe couldn't.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things
Very
after the
good.
catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that.
Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. That's caught. It's Wingo. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. To the air, it's Manning. Throwing right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. Oh, he had him out there, and he was trying to compensate for that speed, but just a little too much distance.
That's just greased lightning, so you think, I can't overthrow this guy. I'm going to throw it out there and let him run underneath it just a little bit too far for the speedster.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFL.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab ready for the first down. And he got away from it. Touchdown, Texas!
For this offense, it was a bit of a feeling out process there in the first quarter, just trying to find the rhythm and find any holes in the defense they could. Here in the second quarter, they're getting aggressive. They found the matchup they wanted to take advantage of. One-on-one, the quarterback and his target link up for a huge score to finally get on the board.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first touchdown of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house.
Running back.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. RPO complete to open the drive. Turning it on. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had
hit him quick.
those long touchdown passes where I just
He went to go sit on the
the
sideline.
rest of the work.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good.
No, he did, didn't he?
That one's
Okay.
gonna get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is
Really
feeling
did it.
themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get up. Speeding down the left side. The 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. Slippery. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game. He can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score jet breaks into the open.
Nigga, what?
And he just
What?
kept running
Say
it
something.
away from the crowd.
Say something.
Take it in.
Nah. You wasn't on shit.
One of the reasons this offense
Say
is so
something now.
exciting to watch,
I dare you. Hey.
This quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets it in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
And it's your job to do the rest, right?
Outran him.
Where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes
Outran
it so
him.
easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good
Nah, I don't know where nothing
nigga
nigga came from.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point.
Shit.
That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the
Go ahead and
play
take a
sheet.
gan. Go ahead and take a gander over from this angle.
Touchdown
Right here.
just like that.
Loaf of bread action. Oh. Tornado jump. Tornado jump, because that jump ain't gonna hurt me.
Kick it away again. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
Hey, I'll just play with you, bro.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score.
And hit his ass. And hit his bitch ass.
Right back at him. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. The sure hands. It's Wingo. Still on his feet at the 45. Gashes the heart of the knee. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
See, the beauty of it is I can, you can't. Here we go. No, you can't. Bullshit.
They finish things off with some flair, a 70
Like I said.
yard touchdown pass. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn.
Man, Tatum burnt you plenty of time. Matter of fact, Tatum about to be the play. Tatum about to be the player of the game. Watch.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup.
Nah, you don't even hit hard enough to do
The
that.
Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Man coverage is a bad idea against this guy. The Buckeyes always seem to have somebody that you can't handle one-on-one. Remember that great game Joey Galloway had against Michigan State in '93?
Joey Galloway, one of the most overrated Ohio State receivers that I've ever seen. It's personally ever worked with. But no, just speed, just big guys, great offensive designed around guys that are game breakers out wide that really stretch the heck out of your defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Makes the catch. It's Peoples. They get it out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in it.
And the Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Smith. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
In the backfield, it's Smith. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Working that left side.
On the anthill.
Down, Buckeyes.
On the anthill.
Trip to the house.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
You do.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Got his man quickly. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give on the counter. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Wingo. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. To the air on 1st down. Quickly complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. So the 1st half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He took the risk, bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
What's happening?
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are.
Yes.
Oh, it's picked off.
Yes.
That's the way to start a drive.
Yes, sir.
By the defense that time. Cover one.
Yes, sir. And you saw what it said.
Was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage.
The ball just was floating, baby.
It disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time that was a big reason that ball got INT.
To the air, it's Sayin. With the catch, it's Graham.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Graham. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? To the ground with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the third play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Let's send the tight end in motion. He's got it.
What is it?
Down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense in a bunch formation. Holds and fires complete to the right.
Did it anyway. Got right back to the spot I needed to, nigga.
Defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And with that pass right there, dude, he goes over 350 on the day. Nice performance. This QB's been dialed in.
Out of the gun, the inside.
Push that big ass nigga on his ass. Who that, January? I don't even know who 99 is, but he got lumped up. He got lumped the fuck up. Yeah, he did.
So important when you get inside that 10-yard
Came up under his chest plate.
It's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
Show him big boy getting tossed. Wow. Show him again. Big boy. Fuck out the way. You know who you are today? Little nigga. Bah.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even. And was he wants to take the top off.
I didn't even do that, but it happened.
He got loose.
Oh well.
Touchdown,
I gotta fight back.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his
that's
guy to
fucked up.
run under the
Damn.
football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Oh, he's got some space.
No.
He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Ready to fire from the pistol. On the run, it's Baxter. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Washington.
Bro.
About 3 yards short of the first down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
The Longhorns are on the move. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Fucked up.
Into the end zone he goes.
Fucked up.
Touchdown, Texas!
Oh.
Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he made the extra point without problem. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw it, Sayin. Unloads it downfield. He's got it along the sideline. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He has been surgical. Precision passes.
defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Come on now. We need to stop, yeah. We need to stop.
And he'll just take a knee. This drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive and trying to take a shot deep down in the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. And how about this Buckeye defense? This is not all flash and score around here these days.
And when you've seen Ohio State really be great and make those playoff runs, you always pick out those big defensive linemen that can get their hands on the quarterback and get him on the ground like they did right here.
Dropping back, it's Manning. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Not a lot of good plays for third in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
All right, we got to block it now. We got to block this shit now.
3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball.
Right.
Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance.
Good hit.
Coverage team there, and they'll stop
Good hit.
at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Might be calling a hot route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick completion on the out. At the 35, he's loose.
Get off me, little nigga.
And that's where this offense will go back to work.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only, and the defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Let's go. Now they'll run it on the toss. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9.
That was close.
The defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
To throw, it's Sayin. He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they've moved out here on the fourth. Well, this receiver is making this passing attack look like it's going against air.
That nigga too.
It looks like it's on air.
Because he was trying to hold me and I jumped up out of there.
Be physical. Make sure he takes a toll instead of all these big plays he keeps making. Make him tired, physically dent him a little bit, make him have to work a little bit harder than you have been.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Drills him with a stiff arm. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for the...
There he goes. It's a fumble. That's a short good fortune. The offense keeps it. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Wants to go up top on first down. Smashes through the tackle. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Man, blooded, ripped young fellow. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Lets it fly.
No, good catch. I was there.
To make the grab.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the head forcing that incompletion.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Baxter. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
And that is a huge conversion on third and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, first and goal.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Looking for the score.
Nigga.
That one is picked up in the end zone.
What a hit. What a hit. What a hit. That was a nice hit right there.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
He might want another play. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
Good move.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down.
Good shit.
He
Oh,
took
good,
a
good, good,
hit
good
as he
shit.
threw it and couldn't
Yeah.
deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try the run. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Gives him the stiff arm. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Fires to the tight end. Open space at the 25.
Push my man down like that.
With that 1st down off the ice, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short
Nope.
gain.
You wasn't even
The Buckeyes
close.
inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. They'll send the back in motion. Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Inside the 50. He's at the 30. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Wants to go up top, using his feet to buy time. The throw. Back's looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it.
Fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here, nigga.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you gotta score, you gotta make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big time mistake. This is what
Ooh-wee. He did not fought up off of it. He did not fought up off of it.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Gonna run it. It's Jackson.
I have no clue, man. I have no clue.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds
I
left on the
have
clock.
no clue. I have no clue, but I fought up off of it.
2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. Still running at the 40. Hits the afterburners.